Hello ladies and gentlemen, those in between, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Everett, and for today's video we are going to be reacting to another requested video entitled Croatia's military power is on another level.
If I told you that a small Adriatic country, best known for its red and white checkerboard football jerseys and stunning coastline, could punch way above its weight on the battlefield? What if Croatia, yes, that Croatia, has been quietly building a modern, adaptable, and surprisingly formidable military while the rest of Europe wasn't paying attention? Well, buckle up, because Croatia's military might is on another level. And it's time we talk about it. Croatia. Population, just under 4 million.
Under
Landmass,
4 million?
Smaller than West Virginia.
I honestly thought that the total population of Croatia was approximately 4 million. But based on this video, it says under 4 million. My God. You know what, guys? I think I've already said this in my previous reaction video. In the Philippines, we have the total population is more than 100 million. Are you kidding me? 100 million.
Military budget, nowhere near that of the big players like France, Germany, or the UK. So how is this country, wedged between the Balkans and the Adriatic Sea, managing to turn heads in defense circles? Short answer: smarts, strategy, and a heavy dose of post-war lessons that they've turned into doctrine. You see, Croatia's military isn't built to project global power. It's built to be quick, resilient, and lethal. Think of it like a wasp, small, agile, and if you mess with it, you're going to regret it. Let's dive into how Croatia went from the chaos of the 1990s to becoming a military force in the region, and possibly a template for modern small-state defense strategy. You can't talk about Croatia's current military might without first looking at its brutal baptism by fire.
You know what, guys? This video just reminds me a lot that indeed we cannot underestimate anybody, regardless of how weak they seem or how, yes, because we just have, as human beings as we are, we just have the tendency towards underestimating people or anything else for that matter, in a way that we do not see what they can actually do. You know what I mean? So
the Croatian War of Independence in the early 90s. Back then, Croatia was up against the larger and better equipped Yugoslav People's Army. It was a messy, asymmetrical conflict. Think urban warfare, guerrilla tactics, and desperate innovation. Basically, the kind of military schooling no one wants. But Croatia graduated from it with honors. By the time peace returned, Croatia had learned several hard truths. Never rely too heavily on foreign arms suppliers. Mobility beats mass when you know your terrain. And
which is very much true in our case here in the Philippines. We rely too much on foreign support when it comes to military power.
Perhaps most importantly, if you want to be secure, you better be ready to do it yourself. These lessons would go on to shape the Croatian Armed Forces, CAF, into what they are today. Lean, modern, and smarter than they look. Today, the CAF is divided into 3 main branches: the Army, the Navy, and the
Air Force. Yes, it's the same thing as in Korea, South Korea. The Army, the Navy, and the Air Force. I think it's also the same thing as here in our country.
Air Force. Each one is optimized not for sheer size, but for interoperability, NATO integration, and, let's be honest, maximum efficiency on a budget. Let's start with the Croatian Army. On paper, it's modest. Around 15,000 active personnel plus reserves. But here's where it gets interesting. Their doctrine isn't focused on overwhelming force. Instead, it's about rapid deployment, flexibility, and combined arms operations. They've trained extensively in mountainous and urban terrain, basically their backyard, and are optimized for defensive warfare that makes would-be invaders think twice, or 3 times. Now, the Croatian Navy.
I love that. Or maybe 3 times. That's a bold statement, and I love it.
It may not be launching aircraft carriers anytime soon, but Croatia doesn't need one. The Adriatic Sea is narrow and easily defensible, which is why the Croatian Navy has leaned into fast attack craft, coastal missile systems, and maritime surveillance. Think of it as the Mosquito Fleet: small, fast, annoying, and, when necessary, deadly. And then there's the Croatian Air Force, which just got a massive upgrade.
I love that. Small but deadly. In the Philippines, we have this like Filipino English saying that goes something along the lines, small but terrible. Small but terrible. It's like small but deadly.
But this wasn't just about shiny new toys. This was strategic. By investing in high-performance NATO-compatible aircraft, Croatia solidified its place in regional air superiority, signaled that it's ready to play hardball if necessary, and made sure any airspace violations will come with consequences. Suddenly, Croatia isn't just defending its skies, it's projecting regional deterrence. And trust me, everyone from Serbia to Russia noticed. In 2021, Croatia made headlines by buying 12 French Dassault Rafale fighter jets. That's right, the same jets France uses to flex in NATO and abroad. These multi-role beasts can dogfight, bomb, and do reconnaissance, and they're a quantum leap from the aging MiG-21s Croatia used to rely on. It's like trading in a dusty old VHS player for a 4K home theater system.
Okay guys, now before we move on, I would just like to say that I do enjoy watching videos like this. I've already made a reaction video to Greece's military power, Finland's military power, and I would even make reaction videos to like military related topics associated with Thai armed forces and whatnot. But I gotta be honest, I can't help being stressed out over this a little bit because I am anti-war type of person. But realistically speaking, at certain times, whether we like it or not, war is also necessary in order to defend our homeland. And I am just very much impressed by the way all of these pieces of information are put together in one video. I actually used videos from the same YouTube channel, so I might as well put the link to the original video in the description box so that you guys can watch this video without any interruption. And of course, you guys can also check out some other videos from this YouTube channel. This channel is really great. Battle Hub.
With missiles. Croatia may not have Silicon Valley, but it's definitely embracing defense tech. The Croatian military has been integrating UAVs, unmanned aerial vehicles, for surveillance, border patrol, and even offensive roles. These aren't Predator drones just yet, but they're a growing part of the arsenal. Why? Because drones are cheap, versatile, and they make traditional defenses nervous. A well-timed drone swarm can ruin someone's day. Ask any tank operator in modern conflict zones. Also, Croatia's partnerships with NATO have allowed access to joint training, cyber defense frameworks, and shared intelligence platforms. This means Croatia isn't defending alone. It's plugged in. If anything happens, it's not just Croatian boots on the ground, it's NATO's eyes in the sky, and potentially boots on standby.
Wait a moment, so Croatia is a member of NATO, right? Wait, give me a few seconds, guys. Is Croatia a member of NATO? Yes, Croatia is a member of NATO. It officially joined the alliance in 2009. All right. So, back to our video.
And now we get to perhaps Croatia's most elite asset, its Special Forces Command, known as SFCOM. These are not your average soldiers. We're talking about highly trained operators with experience in NATO missions, counterterrorism, and unconventional warfare.
What does it stand for?
Think of them as the Swiss Army knives of the Croatian military. If Swiss Army knives could call in airstrikes and speak 3 languages while rappelling out of helicopters. They've operated in Afghanistan, Kosovo, Mali, learning...
Wait, where's Kosovo located? I know it's a European country as well. It doesn't join Eurovision, am I right?
How to fight alongside international forces while sharpening their own skill set.
By the way, this is completely unrelated to this video, but Kosovo did so well in like 2010 to 2020 Miss Universe era. That's
in fact,
how I got
for a
to know
small country,
Kosovo.
Croatia has exported a surprising amount of tactical know-how through these missions, building not only reputation, but also connections that matter when stuff hits the fan. The country joined NATO in 2009.
There you go.
And
oh my god. I googled it up and then, I googled it up without realizing that the answer is also in the video. Gosh.
Taken it seriously, not just as a free security blanket, but as an opportunity to evolve. They've met interoperability goals, contributed troops to NATO operations, and actively participate in military exercises with some of the best trained armies in the world. In return, they've received upgrades, intel sharing, training, and the biggest advantage of all, the NATO deterrent umbrella. But here's the thing, Croatia...
The NATO deterrent umbrella. What does that mean?
Isn't just passively benefiting, it's becoming a reliable contributor, the kind of member other countries look at and go, okay, these guys are small, but they've got their act together. In a region with unpredictable actors and a recent history of instability, that kind of credibility matters more than a giant tank battalion ever could. Look, nobody's saying Croatia is a superpower. It's not going to lead a multinational invasion of Mars. But military might isn't just about how many tanks you have. It's about whether those tanks are in the right place at the right time.
I love
and
that.
whether your soldiers know what to do with them.
I love
Croatia's
that.
military...
So that means they work smart instead of work hard.
strategy is simple.
So they try to max out their resources by working smart. Get it?
Be too costly to mess with. And that's not bravado. It's logic. In today's world where war is more hybrid, more urban, more digital, Croatia is punching at a level that should make much larger countries take notes. It's the military equivalent of a chess player who only moves a few pieces, but each move changes the entire board. So next time you're booking a vacation...
I like that. Each move changes the entire board.
...to Dubrovnik or watching Luka Modric weave through defenders, remember this. Croatia's not just playing games. It's prepared, it's evolving, and it knows how to defend its turf with the kind of quiet confidence that doesn't need to shout. Which is kind of ironic when you think about it. Because
it is ironic. It is ironic.
In an age of loud powers making loud threats, maybe the most powerful move is not making noise, but being so well prepared that no one dares test you.
And as this very famous old saying goes, silent water runs deep. There we go.
Croatia's military might
Silent
isn't loud.
Water
it's not flashy, but it is on another level. And sometimes that's exactly what power looks like. Thanks for watching. If you learned something new, drop a like, subscribe for more breakdowns like this, and let us know in the comments. Which underrated military do you want us to cover next? Until next time, stay sharp, stay curious, and remember, size isn't everything, especially when you've got Rafales. See you in the next one.
See ya. Alright guys, quite honestly, I don't normally make a reaction video to anything that's related to military forces, military power, military might. But because you guys, so many of you in the comment section kept mentioning this, and I was like, okay, I might as well check this one out. I just do love how the narrator presented all of these facts about how Croatia's military power is on another level. I just do admire the fact that they work smart instead of working hard, and I think that it's not really all about the resources that we have, but how we maximize or how we max out whatever we have. And I guess that's what Croatia's military is doing in order to keep improving. And of course, I think I read from somewhere, I'm not exactly sure where I read it, but it said something along the lines that Croatia's military is actually one of Europe's underrated military power. So what do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section whether you guys agree or disagree, all right? But anyway, I guess that's about it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching this video. And if you like this video, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when my next video comes out. Peace out.